So here it is. Why does nature make us feel better even when it could be deadly? Techbo. Thank you, Techbo, for this question. So this is going to be brief. We could talk a little bit about this. I just have a couple notes. For instance, a few years back, I read a book called The Last Child in the Woods, which explained why nature is good for children to play outside for the sake of their health. And the author said, I loved this quote, so here we go. One of the main benefits of spending time in nature is stress reduction, and nature can help people recover from normal psychological wear and tear. So I'd written that down like 3 years ago when I read the book. And it's so true. Nature helps people recover. When you're going through something hard, go outside. Let the sun or the weather take a load off of you. Being in nature, living near nature, looking at videos or pictures of nature, it helps your brain, your body, your feelings, your thought processes, and your social interactions. Yes, hello, Chris. Yes, nature equals freedom. Welcome, how are you doing? You go fishing to decompress in nature. That is really nice. I love to fish. I haven't done it in years. But the idea of that you just go fishing, to just chill, it's really nice. You were in nature a lot today? How was it? It's even stated that people sometimes recover faster from illness when they have a natural environment around them or a nice view. It calms your nervous system, it brings on connection, creativity, and so much more. Yeah, menagerie. That's good that you guys like to fish to just relax. Your sister had a birthday? Well, happy birthday to her. And you were walking a bit? That's nice. The nature is very difficult to take care of and very short, and you appreciate it, and that's why we try to see that feeling again. Yeah, it is hard to care for nature. It's important. Our world does not really take good care of nature enough, and we need to get back to that because it helps us so much. The suicide rates are so high right now. People are not going outside enough. They're not caring for the world. So we need nature for our nervous systems. That's just a fact from studies. For instance, one time, my oldest son, he's one of those people, if things don't go his way, he'll explode. He's not happy when things don't go his way. And he's always been like that. It's very difficult to deal with sometimes. And one time we went for a walk in the woods in Massachusetts, in the Concord area, in what is called the Fairy Woods, with a fairy pond. So we got lost while walking through there, and we were all a little bit frustrated. But he was enraged. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I don't like this, I don't want to be here, this is awful. And then when we got to the pond, he just sat there quietly, relaxed. It calmed him down so much. And then he was like, I feel so much better. It took 5 minutes of him just sitting to have a complete transformation. Then we walked and we were all in good spirits. It was so nice. You live in Berlin. It's the greenest district. Oh, in the greenest district of Berlin. I love the sea and the forest. I grew up, when I was a kid, my family, they've always lived in front of a river. It goes through their backyard. My parents have like 2 acres. I don't know what that is translated to like meters or anything like that. But they have the woods right behind the yard and the river runs through it. And I used to go there. My brothers used to go there. Whenever things were bad at home, we would go to that area and relax. And it was the best place to hang out. So my son now is 14. I have a 12-year-old as well. But at the time, he was probably 11 or 10. But I love the sea too. I love lakes. I'm a lake person. If you have to have me choose from any body of water, I choose lake. Even though I love the ocean, but I swim a lot, and the lake is just a nicer place to swim in. Yeah, River Runs Through It was a movie. That's right. GG, Lake OP. An acre is about 4,000 square miles. Yeah. Well, even if Icelandic Theater Geek goes outside when she has anxiety issues, that's still good. That's a good place to go. It calms her. But I'm sure she goes out there. Where she lives in Iceland, I mean, Icelandic Theater Geek, it's amazing everywhere. She has shown pictures. Square mile? I don't know. Anyway, so deadly things from nature, you get earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunami, floods, tornadoes, volcanoes, landslides, lightning, and maybe even certain creatures and plants that could destroy things. So those are some deadly things, because Tekbo is like, why does nature make us feel better even when it could be deadly? So right now there's like Hurricane Elsa going to Florida or whatever. There's probably some deadly stuff all around the world happening right now. Hurricanes, whatever it might be. Tornadoes somewhere. But nature takes care of itself sometimes. And sometimes these things are a result of our not taking care of nature too. But a tornado obviously is when you have warm and cold water mixing in together. That's, I mean, maybe partly our fault with climate change. I don't really know much about that type of thing. But we need to take better care of our Earth for sure. Do you guys have any stories or anything that you want to say to Tekbo? We can't completely live in fear. Yes, there's going to be some bad things that happen. Like people, there are the wildfires in California. We watched something recently where a couple, they had their house completely destroyed by the wildfires from last year. They already rebuilt something. For all I know, with the wildfires happening now, they already lost their place again. But they keep going back because they had a sense of community and they loved the view and they loved the area. And that's their home. So they keep going back even though things are being destroyed all the time because they love it. So I don't have anything else to say about that, but if you guys in chat have something, go for it and we could discuss it. They could afford to build a bunch of new houses. Who can? The people that lost their house? I grew up in a flood zone. My parents moved in their house in 1973. It's a major flood zone. You cannot build in that area anymore. There is a house next door to them that the guy that lived there, he trashed his own place. It was a mess. It looked like a landfill, his house. He had garbage or whatever. They took down his whole house, and my dad asked, like, are you going to build another house there? And they said, we can't build here because of the flood. Because it floods too much. And so now it's used where it's just grass. My dad mows the grass, and then we park there sometimes if there's like a get together, and the neighbor that lived next to the house also parks there for things. So you can't build there. They've been destroyed with the flood. So many places, their houses have been ruined over and over and over again. My parents' house is on the top of the hill, so they have only had water in their house 2 times. In 1984, there was a flood, and in 2013 was Hurricane Irene. Was that 13 or 10? I can't remember. There have been so many floods, guys. We had Hurricane Floyd. We had so many. Andrew, Floyd. Sandy, all these floods, guys, all these disasters. But they're not leaving. The people that live there, they still stay there. Families have lived there. Their families, their kids live there. The town I grew up in is like really close-knit. Everyone loves it there. I love that town. We're river rats there. Irene was 2011. I felt like it was 2010. All right, well, it doesn't matter. But yeah. I live in New Jersey. But anyway, the point is, it's such a nice area that they don't leave. It's pretty. There are forests everywhere. The river is really polluted from all the floods now, but it's a really lovely place. And I still go there. There's this trail that I can go to by the river, and it kind of is like a brook area. I used to go there and just sit there listening to the water, and it feels great. I always say I have to live near water for the rest of my life. There has to be water somewhere near, and forests. I need trees and I need water because they calm me. I love it. And the sun provides vitamin. Hey, Ann QC, how you doing? Do I have big parks there? We have parks everywhere here. New Jersey has everything. We have mountains, we have lakes, rivers, ocean. But I love the fact that all you have to do, like, let me move this picture. All you have to do is look at pictures, and parts of your brain see that as if you're really there, and it can calm you. That is so cool that our brains work like that. So someone that lives in a city that's congested, they may not have access to going to a nice place. Just look at pictures and they'll be like, oh. It's very different though when you feel the things in nature, you smell the smells. I love it. Yeah, New Jersey. We have farms too. We're the garden state. We have gardens everywhere. We have farms here. Mainly in central Jersey are the farming areas. But yeah, New Jersey is one of those places, they call it like the armpit of America, but we are a lovely state even though people don't realize it.
Hello there.
Aw, nice. Say hi to her. I enjoyed watching her stream a little bit yesterday. And I enjoy her Instagram, so say hi to her for me. Yeah, I love New Jersey for its nature. Are there better spots? So we have major cities here in New Jersey. Like, there are several that are really known for being city-like. But we have a lot of suburbs and rural areas too. You're sleeping at the end of the stream? That's okay. Compare New Jersey with Senegal. I think what's important is to enjoy wherever you are and try to embrace the nature around you no matter where. Like find nature. Because I used to go exploring when I was like 19, 20. One of my friends and I, we used to just drive around New Jersey just trying to find places in my beat up car. And we would just be like, this place is cool, let's go explore. And we would walk around, we would hike in the woods, and we would find really cool things. I think that's what people should try to do. Find hidden gems. Anyway, that's all I had to say about that. If you guys have anything else, go for it. When people around are poor and aggressive, you will not enjoy even the most beautiful nature. Well, that's because they don't want to. You still have to try to look around. Even if you are extremely poor, if you're homeless, try to like walk and find some spot. Like we have New York City not too far. They have Central Park and it's huge and it's beautiful in Central Park. So even though you've got that crazy city life, there's still some sort of solace. When you live in a good place, everything will be good. I think it's your attitude towards things that will make it good. I know people, they live in the most amazing places, but they feel awful. They want to kill themselves. They're in the worst place ever because they are just thinking about the hard things that they're going through, that they're not trying to open up their mind to the good things. So it doesn't even matter where you live. Oh, Angel, it makes you appreciate where you live when you see Antarctica. Oh, you're talking about me? Oh, you're not talking about me. You're talking about the people around. Wait. You like people that are... I'm trying to understand, NQC, what you mean specifically. Can you elaborate? I think it's... Like, even if we watch movies about places, that can bring serene understandings. Living around good people is important. I mean, yeah, definitely. But I think even your attitude towards being around bad people helps you. It's all how you are able to try to figure out how you want to feel. Obviously, there are people that have the worst situations. They're being beat up, whatever. They're having the most difficult life you could think of. But even the most difficult situations, you've got to find something that you want to feel and enjoy outside of that horrific situation. And think about that. And hopefully one day you'll be able to get out of this situation. You can't fix people around you, but you can fix your attitude. Definitely. You definitely cannot fix anyone. They have to choose to fix themselves. It is good if you have, sometimes you can't help the people that are around you. Like if you're in a job and you're surrounded by these awful people that are just on you day after day, but you still have a good attitude, maybe it doesn't affect you anymore after a while because you decide not to let it. Yeah. What are the best nature sites I've been outside of New Jersey? Maine. I love the state of Maine. Forests everywhere. I've only been to 11 states, but Maine is really gorgeous. I love it. You find poor and angry people vulnerable and sensitive sometimes if they take enough vodka. All right, guys. I want to focus more on this question, though, if you have anything more to say about nature-related stuff with your attitude in that way. So there was even something recently I posted in my Discord. It was maybe like 2 or 3 months ago now, where there was a study that hospitals that had areas where you could walk in like a garden or nature, those patients did better than if they were stuck inside a little room. And if there's a place where they have trees to walk around, there were healing properties within nature. It's amazing. So those of us, like during COVID, being stuck inside all the time, a lot of things went wrong for a lot of people because they were stuck and they couldn't really go outside much and do much. So it shows how important nature is in situations like that. Hey, Nosville. How you doing today? All right. Let's go. Let's go do GeoGuessr, guys. Thank you for this question, Techbo. And again, if anyone else wants... You're doing iffy, that I want you to be honest, so that's good. I hope that your day gets better, Nosville.